have to refer to a note here, and I think that's my status today also. This is from a book called Get Out of My Life, a parent's guide to new teenager, and this is written by Anthony Wolf. In that, it says that once adolescence begins, teenage boys go to their room and close the door, turn on their stereo, and come out 4 years later. Okay, now this is something I can relate. It's very relatable because maybe I can talk about Akshat that he gets inside at 7:30 or 7:20 a.m. for the classes in his room with his laptop and internet connection and the whole setup, and he comes out at 7:30 in the evening out of that room. I i completely believe he does a lot of studies, he does a lot of other activities, but then I would like to understand from Akshat that how does this statement sounds, for a parent it is difficult, but how do you see this?
You are getting predictable. I knew this was coming.
Okay.
But like at this age, like we are trying to figure ourselves out, like who we are and what we like, which fields we are interested in. So we need space for that. And most of the time I'm in my room, like I'm on Discord voice call with my friends, or listening to music with them, playing games. So that's where I am most of the time. And we all know that during this time, we tend to gravitate more towards friends than towards family. So that's normal, hanging out with them. And there's nothing like, sometimes I do try to spend time with Arith, but it's not like too high on my priority list.
Okay, so that clearly says that probably the priorities is only friends and the knowledge you want to gain, right? And the
Yeah, kind
family,
of.
or
Yeah.
the brother and all those things gets into low priority. That's what can be the conclusion, or you would like?
Yes, no, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first punch we get, or the first the hit we get as a parents. Thank you for this. Okay. Then the second thing is, I think we all get very little time together. So you have already prioritized your friends and the knowledge that you want to gain, or the exploration that you're on to, right? Now we really don't want to judge on whether it's good, bad, or what is it. That's probably not the topic of the day. The topic of the day is, since we are on low priority, is where we have already concluded on. Evenings when we really want to get together and do lunch, or or dinner rather. Lunch is probably is not is possible, but then dinners. How do you think your involvement is, or a typical adolescent environment, involvement would be there?
I guess I'm mostly on the phone. But like did
Thanks
spend
for being so modest.
we did spend the first 12 years of our life like with you, right? So like, don't we get to have our own time, like at least these 4 years? And plus, I would say that during night times, I am like, as I said earlier, I'm on my phone. But like when I do talk to you, I try to be as encouraging and enthusiastic as I can to like whatever you are doing.
Okay. Okay. So you mean that you try to be connected in a way that you
Yeah,
support.
like trying to spend quality time over quantity of time.
Okay. So you prefer quality over quantity. Okay. Okay. So do you think is this justifiable? Though you're saying it all, and I'm taking with a broad smile, I know, but is it justifiable?
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, I mean, from my point of view, it is.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, should we ask the audience as well?
Yes, please.
The
Please,
person
that's
who
important.
attending,
Good point. Good point.
those who agree with Akshat. Come on. So all those who agree with Akshat saying on quality, we are giving quality time more than quantity. So all the students who are attending, I want the hands raised or thumbs if you agree with Akshat. Come on. That's how we're going to keep it interactive.
Yeah.
How many of you agree to Akshat? Come on. I hope you all are listening to the interaction going on.
Yeah.
Or you all just don't want to open up right now? That's what I'm assuming.
I can see some hands up, I think. There are a lot of hands up coming, yeah.
There are? Okay, there.
My classmates are watching this, so their views will be biased, of course.
No problem. We know that.
Okay,
have
we
parents
can
there.
also ask the parents, how many of you, which side do you prefer? Is it the parental side, or you all believe, because parents also, there will be some who also believe, yes, Akshat is also right. It's not necessary. So from parents, all those who agree with Akshat. Yes.
I don't probably, but yeah, other parents can also have a view.
Okay.
You can unmute children and talk.
If
Don't
you all
feel
have
bad.
your views on whatever the interaction went on till now, as a parent or as a student, as a child, if you all can share your views, that's how it's going to be interesting. Come on. Anyone would just like to share?
We accept partially.
Sorry?
We accept whatever Akshat is saying partially.
Partially. Okay. Okay, Parth.
I'm Par's father actually.
Yes, sir. So, can you share your view?
See, actually what is happening nowadays, the school is continued to be on online platform, and whenever there is a lecture, kid is always getting distracted with the quick 5 minutes game plan or maybe a chat with the friend. So what I'm trying to say, you have a designated time allocated for the gaming on your laptop after your school is over. So why don't you stick to that time? Because if it's a school time, you have to obey the school time, not the game time. Because whenever he will write a paper of 10th, then probably during the answer he should not write कि वो game में ऐसा हो गया करके, unfortunately. So it's a lighter part. What I'm trying to say, कि focus on the aspect which is right now in front of you, and you have a time allocated for gaming. Do that. Only gaming and gaming. That's it. And study means study.
Very true. Yes, thank you so much, sir. Yes, anyone else who would like to share?
Students, if any student,
If any student wants to share some different view than Akshat, maybe that's also welcome.
you can unmute yourself and talk.
All those who hands are raised, please lower their hands down so we can clear picture. Okay, Akshat, we could continue.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Myself Dr. Somnath Salgar.
Yes, sir.
I am father of Yash Salgar. First, I want to congratulate Soft Skill and Counseling Department for organizing this in the Adolescent Health Week.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, I appreciate that the school has taken the initiative in connecting the kid with the parent. Their SSC year is very precious and very important, and that's why parent along with the teacher has a 50-50 role that when the online classes are going on. So I do appreciate that quality time should be given to the students compared to quantity time. So
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for appreciating our effort to take that point ahead. I would like to also say that Mangal ma'am is the one who did come to us with a thought that can the school plan on these lines. So I would also like to thank Mangal ma'am who's come up with this idea. We are just the ones who are taking her thought ahead, being a part of the system. But I think the thought has come from her. So thank you so much. Yeah.
I think the main intent was let's talk. The main intention was to talk, to really interact, interchange the ideas, because these adolescents have so many ideas, and they're so rebellious, they are so different. Even digesting them at first place is a challenge, you know. So I just wanted to take it to all the parents along with me who are suffering, or the kids as well, because they are also suffering on their front. But we should be talking. Yeah, that was the intent of this idea. Thank you, and I really appreciate you immediately agreed, and I think this has at least started. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll move on with the interaction then, and then we get to the questions. Yeah,
sure. So maybe something that Akshat can, if Akshat is interested from knowing from me as a parent, Akshat, and then maybe we can move to the question.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Before that, Akshat, we would like to request you that if you could off your camera because we cannot see Mangal ma'am.
Oh,
So
okay,
for
okay.
some,
Whenever she's speaking, maybe y'all can switch over.
let's switch over.
We can
to
do that.
cameras. Yeah. Thank you so much.
So yeah. So Akshat, you have any question for me as a parent?
Yeah, sure. Like we know that parents come from like after office they come at around 8, right, home. Like after that you expect us to spend time with you. So the question that most of us have is why do we run on your clock?
Okay, interesting one. So I think the primary aspect that I would like to clarify here is that we have to go to office. We have to earn the 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. that you're spending on internet. That causes with a bill, you know, which we are supposed to pay, and that's the reason we have to eventually go to office and earn money, you know. So you need resources for exploration that you're busy with right now. So that's definitely a point, and I agree. We expecting you to be talking to us after 8 when we are at home is again the quality over quantity that you are talking about. So there has to be some means where we both have to come to a conclusion, because now we are equally busy. Probably prior to this you were not that busy, and you know we were able to manage it well. But now that we both are busy, it's important that we expect certain things. So frankly, we have really reduced the expectations and we have become acceptance. We have come from expectation phase to accepting phase, but it's very hard, let me tell you. But still we are trying to do that. So there also I think the same thing is probably on you, that accepting that your both parents are working because you need those resources, and beyond that we have our passions to follow. I think that's another thing that we need to be also understanding. It's not always about money, correct? So I think there has to be and the communication is the key to any relationship. You need us or not, probably that's for now, let's keep it aside, but we need you is the primary thing that we understand as a parent, and that's why the communication needs to be there. And that's why after we come home, we would expect you to share something with us, which would probably enlighten us as well and take us to your exploration world. And that's the expectation. Does that answer it, or you still have something more to say?
No, I guess that does. I guess that does explain it. So you mean like we should have a common ground? Like, so doesn't dinner talks come under common time?
Yeah, a couple of minutes before you probably admitted that on dinner table you're with your cell phone.
Okay.
But yeah,
like,
so if the time is without cell phone, Akshat, I think your parent is going to be happy.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's quality what we call, I think.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So maybe so Akshat, do you have anything more for me?
No, I guess that's it.
Okay, so I think I don't also have any more further questions. I think you can go ahead with your questions, Shamla Miss and Amrita.
Sure. Thank you so much. I think that was a simple but to the point interaction, which I think many are going to take back home, and I think everyone is going to have a very strong discussion back after this session. As to अरे तू पण असा करतो, तू पण अशी करते, आई तू पण, okay. But yes, I am hoping that we all get a clear picture, and the interaction does help you all to get a better and strengthen your relations better. Now coming to talking with Akshat, so I think we will start with Akshat first. Would that do?
Sure.
Akshat, on your camera now.
It's I think simple questions, but and wherever I think whatever comes to your mind first has to come out. You need not think much about it. Okay. So the first thing goes to you is, what do you like most about yourself?
My personality, definitely, because I've spent a lot of time working on my personality. So like the change from 3rd grade to what I am now, from the totally introverted guy to like having so many friends now, that's really a challenging part, and I'm happy about that.
Okay, and these questions, sorry to interrupt, are for Akshat, but every student who's attending, I want you to analyze yourself, because there's a lot of thought process behind these questions, because you will get to analyze yourself whether you also think on these lines, and how best do you like about yourself or dislike. Coming to liking, now I come to what do you dislike about yourself.
So like yesterday I was chatting with one of my friends and I didn't know this, but they pointed it out that once I start talking about myself, then it's very hard to get me to stop. So yeah, and that tends to annoy people and repel them. So I think I need to work on that.
Okay, and I'm sure you will. Yes.
Yeah, but the problem is I didn't know that, right?
Yeah.
So once
So now
people
that you know, I'm sure you'll work on it, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming to the next question, Akshat, what do you believe others think about you? What do you believe others think about you?
That does depend on who we are talking about. So like if you ask my parents what they think about me, I'm sure the answer would be on the line of, egoistical and, doesn't spend much time, mischievous. If you ask my friends, they think that I'm at least some fun because that's why they are hanging out with me. And my neighbors think I'm like a very silent child, so they don't know me.
Okay, okay. Coming to the next question, how do you think people react to the way you look? Does it really matter?
I mean,
I
I
guess
try to keep
already
myself
answered.
tidy all the time because at the end of the day, your looks do matter, right? Because people judge you by the way you speak and how you look. So you can't just go to a speech competition in your pajamas, can you? And your hair all over the place. No. We all know that the first impression is the last impression. So we need to work on that.
Okay,
Good.
that's great. Okay, if you could ask God a question, what would it be?
Does Santa really? No, I'm kidding. So one question that I would ask would be how the universe started. So was it really the Big Bang or like was it some magical poof poof? Because once we know how the universe started, then we'll get to how what's going to happen to it, and like probably save many lives if I ask that.
Okay, okay. And is it most important to be most liked by your parents, peers, or teachers?
I'd say peers because right now, this is the time when I spend time with my friends. I hope my teachers are not watching this, but this is the time when we spend time with our friends and have fun with my friends. And parents, they are just going to love you whatever you do, right? So you can't because at the end of the day, you are loved the most by your parents. So you can't. Not be liked by your parents and teachers. Well, because of the education system, teachers will teach you the same way even if they like you or do not like you, because they need to teach 39 more students with us, right? So they'll teach you the same way, but it is important to be liked by your teachers because it does matter sometimes. Yes.
Yeah, but okay, taking on, I respect your opinion. Thank you for being honest all through. But I would just like to say, just give it a thought after the session, maybe not now. Are we taking our parents and teachers for granted that they are anyways going to teach and anyways going to love? Think about it. Okay, so because that is my perspective.
Yeah,
Definitely,
sure,
it
sure.
may
Yeah.
not be the right one, but let's think over it. Yeah. The next goes to, would you rather read a book or go see a movie if you had to do a report on the subject?
I'm a huge book nerd. Like you can see all the books behind me. So I definitely read a book because books have a lot of information and content in them. But when you see a movie, it's not what the author had tried to tell you. And when you read a book, you have your own perspective on that matter. But when you see the movie, it's through the director's perspective. So you cannot have your own proper opinions. So definitely a book, yeah. I can't hear you.
Sorry. If you could be anyone other than yourself, who would you be?
Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook. Like not only Facebook, but he innovates every day, right? And like he has these great ideas. He comes up with these amazing ideas. Plus, and the best part the part that I love most about Mark Zuckerberg is that he's a very humble guy. He hangs out with his employees, and most of the time he's in his hoodie. So he's like a very informal guy, and even after being such a successful person, he's really modest. Yeah.
That's great. That's great, Akshat. Now, a lot of thinking about our own self, something, a very abstract thing. Can you think of some unique uses for a paperclip?
A paperclip.
I'm just diverting you all together, but that answer has to come quick.
So, okay, so I saw a TED talk the other day. My mom showed it to me actually. It was about a guy who traded a red color paper clip again and again. So, first he got a pen, then he got a doorknob. And after trading for a long time, he got a very rare snow globe that an actor wanted. And eventually, he got a house only by trading that red paper clip. So, like, that's an amazing idea. Yeah.
Okay, a different question, give it a thought. Who would wear pink and who would wear blue? If you're getting what I'm asking.
So, like in my family or like gender wise?
Gender wise, do you think that's really important? Because I think there are a lot of gender biased perspective, opinions about this toy, this color, this gender. So
Yeah.
just want to know your perspective towards it. Who would wear pink and who would wear blue?
So like my mom, like when I was born, even then and even now during Arith, she's like very open about stuff. So she's not into the whole dolls and cars thing. And Arith's favorite color is pink right now. So I'd say it doesn't matter who wears what, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you wear, right? It matters who you are and what kind of person you are.
So would you be comfortable wearing pink?
Yeah, sure. I have a couple pink dresses.
Okay, that's great. I think Akshat, that was great talking to you. It was very honest, genuine. Before moving to Mangal ma'am, I think amongst the students, if anyone feels that I want to answer any respective question or I have a view on a specific question, I give you a minute to think over and maybe unmute yourself and answer. Anyone who feels that I want to share my view on any particular question?
You can unmute yourself directly.
I can see a hand raised.
Yes, Bhumi.
Manasi.
Yes, Bhumi.
Miss,
Can
I
start.
would like to answer on the question what you asked about the blue and pink thing. Miss, it is not that what we think about it. Eventually, if our family and our society is also open to this concept, but once you grow up, there are people around you who will eventually come and ask you that in your childhood were you playing with dolls? So if we are not like we are open minded and we don't think that we should play with dolls, like girls should play with dolls, but there are people, and then it happens that when people question you, eventually you start thinking ki yes, girls
Have I
should
done something right or
wear
wrong?
blue. Yes, they should not go to like what men do or things.
Yeah, but then I think ultimately at the end of the day, Bhumi, we would suggest that whatever you think matters, whatever your family thinks. Society is going to point out to something or the other. Yes, today you wear blue, pink, you play this or that, you do this career or that. They are going to point out because they have their own perspectives. Fine. So it's up to you whether you want to get it affected by it or respect your and your family's opinion. Yes?
Yes, miss.
Yeah. Thank you, Bhumi. And thank you, Akshat. I think a round of applause from all of us. Yes. Now moving on to Mangal ma'am. So I request you to switch on your cameras. Yeah. Yes, you can start.
So coming to Mangal ma'am, the first question to you is, tell us the day when Akshat was born. Could you express your relationship in one word?
Well, this answer can take next 1 hour. You know how sensitive we are about the first baby born, right?
So you
But
were
I'll
happy, right?
Well,
You were happy,
I didn't interrupt you, darling.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks. So I think, well, it was a usual day, like any mom goes through all the labor and everything. And fortunately, I have a big support system. So all my loved ones were with me, around me in the hospital, and it was a normal thing for me, frankly. By God's grace, the health was always good. The only thing that when I say everyone was around, it was except Akshat's father. So that void stayed for long. It took some time to understand that he being into defense services, I need to live with it, and this is a mutual decision we took when we married each other, to pursue own career and still be there. But it's saying is easy and doing it difficult. So that was a void that I always remember when it comes to Akshat's birth. However, I learned it through, but whenever we talk about his birth, this is something which always comes on the forefront. However, on the other front, Akshat has been a reason since then that I could manage this long distance relationship for next 9 or 10 years, whatever we had been through. So this made us a mother-son duo, that is me and Akshat, a very, very close relationship, because we were the only two for each other. So we were the partner in crimes in everything we did, of course, until Pankaj got retired and came into our life 7 years back. And then until then, Akshat's and my compatibility was amazing. It's like, two one body, two soul, or whatever you can call it. We knew each other so well that we could tell who is going to say what next. Even today, he predicts me well, but I think there's a little bit of difference that I can see from my perspective. Now the mathematics is obviously different, and it has to be. I don't complain about it, but it is the way it is. But I think this is definitely because he's got the father in his life for last 7 years, and that is a different changes that has been there. So currently, with one word that you would like to like about our relationship is, I would say our relationship from my perspective is that of evolving friendship. I think we are taking it to that. I hope that answers.
True.
That's great, ma'am. Thank you.
One activity or one task that you do together in a day.
Yeah, I think with the previous discussions, you would know that we hardly have time together. Well, frankly, my 14-year-old is very busy with many things, and I respect that. And I know those many things are good things for his future. So no complaints again, but that's the way it is. So we do not get much time together. But one thing that we manage to do whenever we are together is to talk about books, of course. He's my guide in that. Technology that I bring from my company, which I can, of course, take it to him. Maybe it enlightens him a bit. Then there are a lot of common things like Marvel Avengers and X-Men movies that we discuss. We discuss Elon Musk, and of course, Elon Musk is my favorite and Mark Zuckerberg is his favorite. So we discuss these personalities. And sometimes a lot of geopolitical or economical topics, as you know, this City Pride's Eloquist had given wings to my teenager, and on that front, and I think I learn a lot on that topic from him. So whenever we talk, mostly these are the topics, and frankly, if I have to talk to him, these are the topics I have to bring in. Otherwise, it becomes boring for him.
A parent of an adolescent, how does it feel?
Yeah, I think by now everyone knows, but honestly, as a parent of adolescent, mostly we feel, we do not exist, or we feel very ignored, However, this is not done consciously by any of the sides. Neither they are doing it nor we are doing it, but it is happening. That's a fact again. However, this state seems to be normal because we understand adolescence is completely into exploration. Just now we heard, right? And that has no limit. So when we say exploration has no limit, that means it has that much of time and effort, and probably that's where we have to give it to them. It definitely feels overwhelming at times because as a human, no one wants to feel ignored, and especially with the kids who have spent all your 9 to 10 years just being together, and suddenly they just don't want you around. It's not that they don't want you around means they don't want you as a parent. It's just that they want their own space, which is probably widened, and that's something sometimes very overwhelming. And the other thing is, I think the fact that they need, they don't need you around, but they need all the resources you provide them equally equally good, you know. You should not be there, but the resources should be there. So that is again a very different kind of a context that probably we as teenagers never had, because that was supposed to be a wrong thing to even think, you know. But that's how it is even in today's days, and it is like that. So I think that's overwhelming. But we as a parent, as a parent, I think we are learning to cope. And the best part is I have a toddler where I can really spend more time. So that's a coping mechanism for me, and I think that's a win-win situation.
Yes, true.
So I think most of the parents would agree to what Mangal ma'am is saying, and I would request the children, I would not call you students today, the kids, the adolescent kids who are listening. So get the point, and let's work on it together. So let our parents feel more involved and not ignored. Yes, and as I mentioned, Akshat, I think you will get that point what I just said about taking for granted. So
Yes.
let's rework. So I think this gap is filled in. Yes.
Maybe acceptance is very important in this stage. Like we need to accept all the angles and all the other things about the
Yeah,
child.
definitely.
Yes.
True. Thank you.
Any other parent wants to share something here? Any parent would like to share their views on this part? You
can
agree with
unmute
Mangal ma'am,
yourself.
you do not agree with Mangal ma'am, you may have a different perspective, anything. Okay, maybe we may move on. We may come up after some time.
What is your parenting style? Authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, or uninvolved? What is your parenting style?
I think probably these parenting styles might change as per the situation and as per the phases also, since he has grown, and you know, today all the stages, and also at the different situations, I would think. So I don't think one style will suffice. That's at least my personal view. But maybe some examples I can think of is, I need to be authoritarian if the computer game goes more than an hour. I have to be very, you know, clear about it that it has to close. There is no other friendly advice there. I will be authoritative when it comes to school and academic studies, because that's how we both have agreed upon. I might as well be permissive when it comes to exploring something very new into technology or browsing YouTube, but given the conditioning is done well, because I think that fortunately is done, because when I know that he's on YouTube, I know that he's definitely not on something wrong. I think that trust is built. So there I think I can be permissive enough. Maybe uninvolved when it comes to you know, certain views on this topic is like his relationship with his peers, his friends, his cousins. I think I'll be uninvolved, because he as an adolescent have to find a way. Maybe it might have some hurdles. He might really go through some ups and downs. So that is the place I'm there eventually, but I would be uninvolved there. I think that's the take. That's at least how I do it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Coming to, we think, but I want to know your view. Do you think you are a role model as a parent? What would others take from you?
Okay.
That's a self-motivator for sure. So.
Yeah, of course. I, as a person, as an individual, I don't think you know, that there's any role model that can be, you know, managed. At least I am not that kind of a person. I learn every day, I evolve. I learn from each person I meet. So I don't have one role model, or I never had that kind of a thing. Of course, your parents are always there, but still, apart from that. So I have never tried to be role model for Akshat, and I don't want him to be like me. So no role model. But I think as a parent, I learned one thing which happened some years ago when Akshat was 6 and we went for Manashakti. Lonavala. I hope many of the parents know. In fact, I met some parents there. We were together, Indra, myself, and I think Samyak's mom. So we were there. So this happened that they very clearly, you know, one thing that changed in my mind is I am raising someone, you know, but that was completely shattered. They told us that you're raising an individual. Okay, it just happened that they came to this world through you. So accept that first of all. So I think that that thing happened in that Manashakti, and I would say I'm raising an individual who is unique, and do not try to mold him at all. I think by now with this conversation, you're already aware of it. Not many parents will be comfortable, or rather they'll judge me as I'm probably, ignorant, an ignorant parent, but that's how it has happened. And all you can do is behave exactly the way you want your kid to behave, and respect exactly the way you want the respect. I think these were few takeaways that happened, and since then my and my husband's way of raising children completely changed, and today I think that's how we are doing, less talk and more action. So we try to just do things which we would like our kids to do, and though there will be a lot of difference in that as well, but so no role model, and I don't think Akshat thinks that, or that's again his take, but I never try to think that I want to be a role model of my son. So
Okay.
that's definitely something. Yeah, what would others take from you? I think to answer that question, I would say it's just a smile that I can give it to everything. It's everyone, it's free. And that's all I do. Nothing more.
Okay. One thing you would want to go back and change while playing the role as a parent.
Frankly, I don't have any regrets or some changes that I want to, but as I said, the void of Pankaj not being with us for 10 years, I think that probably would have been something that I would see, because I firmly believe, because I have a second one, and then we are raising him together. So that's why it is evident that probably with Akshat, if it would have been there, then the whole topics of introvert and he being very different kid, probably those are not come. I mean, that's again a probability, we can't say, but bringing up a boy as a single mother for 9 years is definitely a tough thing, and there maybe I have made a lot of mistakes, but I can't relate to each one of them now. So I think I can see that difference, so again, the brighter side is in Akshat's adolescent journey, Pankaj was here. So I would say even that is corrected to a great extent. So I can cite an incident here that I always thought that Akshat was an introvert, and he also mentioned that, but probably that has gone from me to him. And I talked to every teacher every year to bring him to front. Madam, aap usko bolo samne aaye. Madam, aap usko aage bulao. So he becomes a bit confident and all, because he was bullied also. But then this I did until 7th. So if you check with Ritu Miss, Sandhya Miss, Shabnoor Miss, Leena Miss, everyone, I used to go and talk on the first day. Please, aap kuch karo. Ye ladka aage nahi aata hai, baat nahi karta hai. This all happened till 7th. I had this discussion many times, and when Pankaj joined us, the changes were like automatically seen in this guy. So I can just give you an incident that once some boys bullied him on the road when he was coming from school bus to home. And he came home and told his father. Pankaj just went down, took him along, went down. He confronted those guys that, what are you doing? Why are you doing? You seem to be from good family, So that all happened, and that changed the perspective that Akshat had about confrontation. On the other hand, I being a mother would have told, Jane do, chhod do, let's do our job. So that kind of difference of how a father probably would take up and how a mother would raise a kid, and I think that is where I would say that it was not Akshat that he was introvert, but probably that was my security and safety measures I used to probably overdo it, which made him introvert. And today, if Akshat allows me to say this, he is rather an overconfident and extrovert personality. Of course, a lot of credit. Thanks. And a lot of credit also goes to those teachers, which I just mentioned, because they have really done a tremendous job on that. So Ritu Miss, even today, even until last year when the school was there, of course, 2 years we have lost in online, but Ritu Miss still ensures that Akshat joins her assembly. So, she takes or carries that responsibility even today. This was 4th standard, and today and she did it until 7th. I think that is a tremendous support, that we eventually, it's always a collaboration, parents, mother, father, teachers, and the kid. So I think such a dedication from each teacher Akshat received, which is again also a reason, apart from his father being him. So I think another important thing that happened to him, which probably I could not have ever done, is eloquist. I think, and Aditi Miss guidance, of course. I think he all his speaking skills, confidence, or the vocabulary, or the way he speaks to Aditi Miss and eloquist for sure. So I think this is something which I would regret that I couldn't give, but he eventually got it from different sources.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And yes, we respect the opinions shared by both of you. But still, I would say that now let's wipe away the regrets, whatever we had. It's just a journey which we have taken together, I think, as a parent, as a child.
Yes.
So you just spoke about the Eloquist and the part which you feel that you could have done. But I think there's a limitation to parenting as well. We can't just fulfill each and everything as a parent. So I think let others also help us out, and let us go together. That's the reason we all are together here. The reason is that we didn't want to call any external speaker here, because we want to relate this topic quite personally to each one of us, so that we get a clear picture of the relation which we need to maintain at this stage. What are the things that we need to observe? What are the things which we need not be involved with? Respecting each other's time and privacy, I think that's really important. Irrespective of that, not taking each other for granted, yes, and helping out throughout, because I think the way it's learning for the child is the same way it's a learning for the parent as well, because the changes are happening. So let us go hand in hand, respect each other, and take this stage ahead. So I think I would just, I think we're done with the interaction part, but I would say if anyone from the audience would like to share, because a very close to heart topic, I think, which we have come up with today. So very sensitive, because there are a lot of sessions which we usually plan when offline school goes on, but considering it to be a sensitive one, we did not deal with it online as a webinar. So I think take this as a talk where you all can share your views about as a parent, as a child, as a relation, if you all can, before we end this session. Anyone who would just like to share? Or maybe about the overall session which took place today? Some learning, some disagreement is also open. You can unmute yourself and share, please.
We would love to know from you also.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to ask that how to convince our children to listen to us, because most of the time they don't agree with our ideas, and they have their own way of study methods or self-study methods, especially when we discuss with them. They do not accept that this is a standard ideal method for self-study, like SQ3RT or like that. So I want your advice about this topic also today.
Okay, so how you want to convince them?
Yes,
So
yes.
basically, I think it's not a very direct question which I can answer, that this is the way you should convince. The thing is that it's a matter of acceptance, which we just spoke some time back. So it also matters that how much have we accepted their views when they have shared something to us. The thing is more than the method. It's the thing that they want to accept or not. Something told by you, or vice versa, that whether we want to accept something told by them. Yes, so I would suggest that you need to analyze that how much the questions were framed in such a way today, so that each one of us analyzes our own parenting ways. What is it that we could have changed? What is it that we can still change? Yes, so maybe you can think about the acceptance factor in your relation. Yes, which you can think about, that whether did I accept his suggestion a few days back or whatever, or if he's not accepting, what is it that he wants to say in some other way. I think that's the thought process you can read on, sir. Yeah, if that satisfies the question. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think Parth, someone from your side wanted to share something.
Yes, madam. Vinay Bedekar, yes, it was a very interactive and interactive program, and we got good insights about the bridge we need to we need to bridge between our child and our own personality. And yes, we have got good insights about the same.
Okay,
I'm sure henceforth our relationship with our child would be definitely different altogether.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it from my side.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's good to listen that
It's good to know your views, because that's how we know how better or how is it that we can plan the next time we do anything for our own parents and students. So I'm glad that you all are liking this session and coming up with your views. Anyone else who would like to share? Any child wants to share something? I think we have 48 on list.
We would love to hear from children also.
Yes.
I'm Ruhi Karkhanis, Tanush's mother.
Yes, ma'am.
First thing, what I realized out of this session is you need to be open with your child. That is something which I appreciate from Mangal. The relationship is very open, and with that, it helps. That how I think, how you think. Basically, this point lacks in many of the parental relationships, and things are held back for unnecessary reasons. So I think having open discussions will resolve and solve many more problems than expected.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is what is one of the takeaway. And one more suggestion: today is a special day, so this event has been observed and organized. Such a session before, in between 8th and 9th, can help parents before they go in for this.
Yeah. Actually, as I said, ma'am, before that, we do conduct a session for 8th, 9th, boys, girls separately, boys with fathers and girls with mothers, where we do make it interactive, making them aware of the changes which are going to happen when they move on to the transition from 7th to 8th, along with the physical, emotional, all the changes are being told and discussed. But unfortunately, last year we could not do that. Because we had planned in the month of March, I would tell you, even on 21st March, but I think the lockdown started before that.
Yeah.
And we could not do it. And considering a sensitive topic, didn't want to call an external speaker and conduct a webinar which goes live on this topic. So, but yes, definitely we will take this ahead, and maybe we can have such short sessions, if not a webinar, if the period goes on more of online. Yes, we could do that. Thank you so much for your suggestion, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Anyone else who would like to share? A parent, a child?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
It's Aryan Nigadi's mother.
Yes.
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to thank you for the nice session that we have today, and I also would like to thank Mangal for sharing her views and to make us understand like how should we go with the children after this. Yeah. So in many articles I have read that we need to be friendly with the children. At this age, we need to be friendly with the children. But I feel that we need to be authoritative, like she said. Sometimes we need to be permissive, sometimes we need to be friendly. So we have to play different roles altogether while raising the children. So, and I have, Aryan is 10th now, Aryan is 10th standard, and even I have a toddler. My daughter is in Mangal's son's friend actually.
Okay.
So yeah, so they will be in 1st standard, and Aryan is now in 10th standard. So there's a lot of difference. So being a parent, really, it's a challenging thing, like how to cope up with the things and how to handle them, how to communicate with both of them. So if you could give me suggestions, like how should I bridge that gap? Yeah.
Okay.
So
The gap between you and your elder one?
elder
Or what?
one and my toddler.
Okay, I think as you already mentioned, there should be a lot of openness. There should be acceptance from both the sides, and the friendly part, which we read in articles, agreed that you have to be friendly with this age group. But yes, there should you should know where to draw a line. He or she should know where to draw a line. They should know that you are not going to accept beyond a certain limit. That expectation has to be clear.
Okay.
Expecting something is not wrong, but is your child clear with what you're expecting is more important. So they know, because many times they tell us, you tell me clearly what do you want, should I do this or should I should not do it. So many times they are juggling between that confusion, because we ourselves are not clear whether should I allow my child for a certain thing or not. So the more clarity you have with your expectations and reach out more clearly, I think that says it all, ma'am. Considering the younger one as well as the elder one.
Yes, yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. So considering that these were the views, I think we could end the session for today. I hope each one of you have taken a lot back home, even though we're not getting a lot of views. But yes, it was just an aim to reach out to you people to just, have an interaction and help you take this space ahead quite strongly. Thank you so much, Mangal ma'am. Thank you, Akshat. I think that was quite open and honest from your side, Akshat, to share what you are. And let's take a few more sessions ahead. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you each one to attend our session today. And thank you, ma'am, for coming up with this idea, which we could take it ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Happy weekend to all of you and happy Holi to each one of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
No, thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye. Thank you.